Alright, we gotta appease the two sicky boys. And Leon, that's a lot for you, so I better drink some of it. Too sick. Alrighty guys, we have made it to West Coast Wraps, and old mate's just pulling out the old Walkinshaw. You nice. So yeah, we're gonna get a couple of stripes done. Here's the old West Coast. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what this thing's gonna look like. Now I haven't put the door bumps back on, but we're gonna put the stickers on first, see what it looks like, and maybe I'm gonna put those back on over top of the stickers and repaint them. So let's find out anyways and get this stuff on. All right, so the AU has been finished. It's honestly better than I was expecting, and you know, look, I really can't thank Sean and the guys at West Coast Wraps for doing this, for donating their time, their material, and really giving this just a cool look. You know, it's just different, and you know, I was really confused on what we could do with, you know, it being donated. We can't do a full wraps, but what he came up with, Sean, I like this. You know, the double stripes here at the bottom. We got up the AU with the Rosh Review logo down there. It just looks mint. And look, I know we did have the bump stops taken off. There are some slight holes in here, but honestly, I'm really impressed. Like, general glance, you can't even see they're there. So that's not really bothering me anymore at all. Even up at the back, we've just said what we're doing. You know, Rosh Reviews AU giveaway, the socials, and you know, just lets people know while we're driving this thing around what this car is about, where they can check it out. And I'm wrapped, guys. I'm really wrapped. The tint's on, looks mint, really goes with the black stripes, the wheels. We just got to lower this car, which we are going to be doing very soon. We got a front splitter going on. We got a wing going on. And yeah, we're going to get home and start doing those modifications. Super excited for that. It's come up really good. So once this thing gets paint corrected, gets buffed out, it is actually getting a coating as well. This car is going to look $1 million for an AU. And I love it. So again, a huge thank you to West Coast Wraps here in Perth, and the guys down there. Just speak to Sean. He's done a really good job on this. I love it. The design, it's quick, friendly. Top guys, top guys. There is going to be a link in the description below for these guys if you guys want to go check their website out. You can see their pricing and stuff. And if you do book with them and mention Rosh Reviews, you can knock off 5% for the next month. So that's a nice gesture that he's put forward. So guys, again, if you're thinking about getting a wrap done, you want any signage, highly recommend, just support the locals. So let's do it. All right, guys. Anyways, that is it for here. Let's get home and let's try and get this front splitter on. Let's do it. Okay, so yesterday I did give this a try. I didn't have the right size bolt, so I drilled a center hole. Theoretically, this should just slot in now with that one. So let's give it a try. This. What's that look like? Ah, you beauty. Not bad. Not bloody bad. Some people will not like this thing, I know it, but I think you gotta remember, once this thing gets lowered, it is gonna get lowered. I think that will kind of look cool when we get the front end all polished up, the headlights cleared. I think it actually will look cooler than nothing, so putting it on. Alrighty, job done. I mean, look, it is what it is, guys. It looks a little bit funny from this angle. I think, again, once it's lowered, I don't know. In the comments, what do you reckon? It looks a bit weird here, but I think once we dropped it, it might look a little bit better. Maybe it could have pushed the whole thing back slightly, but I wanted you to be actually able to see it. So, yeah. Apparently this is for a AU XR8, and I got this off the guy who gave me the wheels. Yeah, it looked all right on his car. I mean, this isn't an XR8, but it's an AU. We got to do some weird shit with it. One of a kind now. It's another one of one. Stonks, mate. Stonks. Now over here, this is where I've been painting, and look at this. It's just like really gone crappy here. You know, even down on here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but you know, there's just, you know, I've done a poor job of sanding this thing. There's no doubt about it. I gotta get up some sanding paper, so I'm gonna water sand this now and see how it comes up. Not sure if you guys can see this on camera. It feels so much smoother. Alright, okay, here. I'll probably do here again. I can feel it. It's just running it with my fingers now. I'm trying not even to look at it. I'm just feeling it with my fingers. So a little spot here. And yeah, a little bit down here. A little bit on the back side there also. It is. I do apologize for the very harsh sunlight of this morning, but you can see here it is all been sanded, and I gotta say I've just dried it off. It feels baby smooth now. Like, it really does feel super smooth everywhere. Little, like, there's a few tiny imperfections, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's an AU, it's a home job. And as long as I can just get it looking half decent, I'll be happy. And yeah, look, I think it should be all right. You know, like, if we give it a good couple of coats here, it's not bad. Now, what I've been using, just picked this up from Bunnings. It's just like the super fine square sand pad thing, and I've just been watering this and just lightly sanding most of the areas and a little bit more firmer on the harder spots, but yeah, just back and forth. It's actually come up pretty well. So we've just watered it all down. We've you know, look, you're supposed to be using some isopropyl like cleaner, or you know, some kind of grease cleaner and stuff, but we have already degreased this thing. We've just washed it and sanded it basically, so I'm pretty confident it's going to be all right. Now, what I will do is I will put the primer on it again, because I did have a primer. So we'll spray the primer and then we will start spraying some more coats. Now just quickly, a huge shout out to this week's Patreon supporters. If you guys want to join the Patreon, get early access to content, videos, merch, there is a link in the description, so check it out. So this is the little primer thing I've got. It is a Septon plastic adhesion primer. So yeah, basically you just spray a couple of coats of this on, two light coats, 15 minutes drying time, then you're ready for your paint. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I made the mistake before doing this, that this stuff, you know, look, you really want to put a light coat on it. Less is more when you're doing this. And yeah, the first time I did it, I really blobbed it on and it was dripping and doing all weird things. So yeah, just really do a light coat. Even when you don't think you've actually got it on, it's probably enough. So we let that dry for 10 minutes. It's in the sun, should take 5. And we'll do one more coat. Okay, now here we've got the color spec. This is actually color matched to the AU's paint color, so it's 02, I believe, and you know, you can see the little color there. You actually can go to your local Super Cheap and just tell them the code, and they will actually pre-make you these cans. Now look, they're not cheap. These are like 35 bucks a can, like really expensive. And you know, in my testing before, you're gonna be able to do like maybe one body piece with this can. So yeah, it ain't cheap, but it does the job. So let's get this one out. We're just gonna give it a good shake and start applicating. So again, long, even, just minimal coats on this. Just really try to just barely put it on and just do multiple coats. Even there, you feel like you want to do more, but if you do, you're just gonna mess it up. So we'll leave that to dry. It only takes like a couple of minutes in the sun here. So basically I'm just gonna continue this process until you know, I can see that it's all kind of the same color and all covered, and then I'll get back to you guys once we do the clear coat. Alrighty, so I have finished off doing the clear coat on this spoiler. That should actually be good. It's got to wait dry for 24 hours, so just gonna leave it. So I've decided to mask up basically the whole front of the car, and just in here you can see like the wipers have got all this like crud and like just look really bad. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna black spray paint this whole thing. As long as I mask off everything, it should be all right. And yeah, spray it up. Just got some typical plastic black paint here. Done. Alright, so I have done the first coat, and yeah, it is a little bit scary when you start spraying this because it is strong and very black, but I'm going over the wipers as well. Like, hopefully it doesn't mess up the rubbers, but if it does, we'll just get different wiper blades, because they were looking pretty average as well. And hey Kato. And yeah, pretty much the exact same thing applies to what we're doing over there. Just light coats, do as many kind of as you can until it just looks nice and matte and whatever. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue with this, and then hopefully I've secured everything down so the wind doesn't rip some of this apart, then we're in real trouble. But yeah, continuing. So we've had to put the AU on hold because life of a Instagram, social media wife person. Who are you? I'm just the camera lackey. What are we doing today, guys? What are we doing? What's the shoot?
Just take up and
What's the shoot? We're vlogging.
Huh?
Vlogging.
What? Vlogging your beautiful life. He doesn't know how lucky he is. Everybody has to tell.
She's seriously some issues.
That's a funny car.
Funny car. Like, shee, that's a beautiful car. All right, so it's just taken off the mask I'd done around the car, and look, it's come out pretty well. There is a little bit of overspray I've noticed, but in general, it has actually come out pretty well. So let me just flip this camera around and show you. So yeah, just here we've got like the smallest little amount of overspray, which, you know, if I get some paint thinners and rub it on that, should come off. Yeah, but even in general, it does look better. Looks much newer, cleaner. Yeah, just here, little bit of overspray, unfortunately, but easy fix, easy fix.